Namaste and welcome. My name is Aparna and today's class is going to be a Vinyasa class. And Vinyasa in Sanskrit means to place with intention. It means action with purpose. And our purpose today is to breathe with the breath, right? Like every time you move from one asana to the next, you do it with intention. You do it with a mindset of, I have a reason why I'm doing this, and you're not just blindly throwing your body from asana to asana. And the way I've structured this class is I will be teaching the standing sequence. We'll learn it slow, then we'll move it to a slightly medium pace, and then after which, once we've rehearsed it enough, we will do it one movement, one breath. And I've got your back. All you have to do is breathe. And if at any point, if you want to take a break, you can always come into child's pose or rest in downward dog, or just take a little break. And if the pace seems fast for you, and then you can always jump back in. And the last thing I want to say is I would like to dedicate this first Vinyasa class that I'm doing on YouTube to my good friend and student Penny. She used to come to my Vinyasa classes when we were when I was teaching in person, and she never missed one of my Vinyasa classes, and she's such a dedicated and inspiring student. So thank you, Penny. You make me want to be better at what I do, so thank you so much for your energy, and this is for you. And if you're here watching, thank you guys so much, and we'll get started. So Isla, my cat, is here as well as a student. She's not the best instruction follower. She most likely won't stick around, but she's our mascot for today. We'll start with pranayama. So the key thing for Vinyasa is the breath. So we will work to establish that. So finding a comfortable seat. Go ahead, rest your hands on your knees or on your thighs. Relax your shoulders, nice tall spine. And we'll just take the first 5 breaths. Go ahead, close your eyes. Take the first 5 breaths to, just prepare to do yoga, right? Like mentally, kind of letting go of what you did before, whatever, errands or what's coming before, what's coming after. Just try to let go of all that and just breathe for a few breaths. Just slow down. And now we'll practice our ujjayi breathing, which means victorious breath in Sanskrit. So ujjayi breathing, and we'll use this breath throughout class. It's simple to do. So all you have to do is on an inhale, right? You're going to take a nice long inhale from below your navel. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine that you are fogging up a mirror. So it makes like a sound on the exhale, but you do it with your mouth closed. So the noise comes from like your glottis part, like from here. So we'll practice that. So again, close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Imagine you're fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. So that like ha sound comes from your throat. So we'll practice that for 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Three more breaths on your own pace now. your eyes still closed. Bring your palms together, rub them. There's a little bit of heat. Cover your eyes with your palms. And gently release, gently open your eyes. And we'll do some neck circles. You can keep your eyes open or closed for this. So same ujjayi breathing, continue to make that ha sound through your throat as you exhale. Controlled inhale and exhale, just neck circles, doesn't matter which direction you start. And then change the direction. And then look up. Exhale, look down. Do a couple more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Look down, look right to left. Inhale, look over your right shoulder. Exhale over the left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. One more. Now coming onto your hands and knees. So all 10 fingers spread nice and wide, knees underneath your hips, palms underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, drop your belly, look up. Cat-cow. Exhale, chin to chest, curl like a cat. So really inhale, use the breath as you move. Use your entire spine. Exhale, go nice and slow. Use the entire exhale to curl. We'll do a couple more like this. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, nice curl. Inhale, one more time, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, curl. Coming back to a neutral spine on your hands and knees. Just look back at your feet gently, side to side. Just feels really nice on your side body. Then coming back to a neutral spine, warming up for Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So now walk your palms out an inch or so in front of your shoulders. Again, make sure all 10 fingers are spread nice and wide. Curl your toes with control. Slowly lift your hips up and back. Bring your feet about hip width distance, right? And then cycle out your knees. Bend one knee a lot more than the other. Go nice and slow. And you can even, time it out with your breath. So maybe inhale, you bend one knee. Exhale, you bend the other. You can even do heel lifts. Maybe just lift your heels up super, super high. Come onto your tippy toes. Exhale them back down. This is excellent stretching for your calves. Do a couple more of heel lifts. And any kind of warm-up that feels good for you in Adho Mukha Svanasana is fine. Now coming to a still downward facing dog. So if it's tough for you to have your knees straight, if your hamstrings are super, super tight, that's totally normal. You can always bend your knees slightly, but then press your palms down and push your hips up and back. You still get the benefit of working your hamstrings here with knees bent. And then maybe eventually, right, with time and with practice, you can straighten your knees. But, today, if you need a little modification bending the knees, that's totally fine. So staying still, either in modified or regular Adho Mukha Svanasana. For a few more breaths, pull your navel in and up. On an inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly walk your feet forward. Coming into a gentle forward fold. So bend your knees a lot in Uttanasana. Rest your belly on your thighs if you can. Hang your head nice and heavy. Nod yes. Shake, shake no. Just relax. And then on an inhale, bone by bone, inhale, slowly peel your spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. And then exhale, palms come down by your side. Bring your hands to your heart, coming to set an intention for our practice today, like a mental purpose that ties your physical practice. It can be a word or a phrase. Take a deep inhale. Then exhale, we seal that intention, wishing everyone a great practice. We'll do 3 surya namaskar A. Actually, we'll do 4. Inhale, arms lift all the way up, Utthita Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward, moving with the breath. This is the OG Vinyasa. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, modified Chaturanga Dandasana, knees down, elbows come to 90. Inhale, lift your chest, modified Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, palms come down by your side. Samasthiti. 3 more. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward, move with the breath, no rush. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, knees, chest, chin, or without, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift your chest, relax your shoulders. Exhale, come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk forward. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest lifts, relax shoulders. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, last round. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, looking up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest, chin, or without. Inhale, modified or full Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here in your downward dog, either knees bent or straight. Pull your navel in. Push your thighs away from you. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly step forward. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, coming to stand. Now we build our standing sequence. So stepping your right foot forward, step back. Left foot 45 degrees, getting ready for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Shift your hips so they face the front of your mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lunge deeply into the right knee. Arms lift up. So like tuck your lower belly in, relax your shoulders, breathe here. That Ujjayi breathing. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, maintain your legs, maybe just widen the stance just a little bit as you come into Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2, relax your shoulders, arm comes out into a T. Maintain that nice lunge in that front leg. When you're ready, on an inhale. Now, straighten the leg, getting ready for Trikonasana. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, reach with your right arm forward. Right arm comes down. left arm stays up. So the key in Trikonasana is trying to have an open, nice chest, right? You stack your shoulder on top of shoulder. So if that means, if it's difficult for you to reach down all the way and touch the ground with your right hand, that's totally fine. You can hang anywhere on your right leg. Maintain that open chest is more important. Breathe. And I want you to really pull your inhales in from your lower belly. Getting ready for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, okay? This is where it gets a little challenging. So if you have a block, use a block. You can use the block, place it under your hand. Place your right hand 8 to 10 inches in front of your right pinky. Step your left foot forward, 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 forward. Bring it in closer. So with control, I want you to lift your left leg. Right hand stays on the block or on the ground. Okay? Slowly now stack and open. So like you open your hips out to the left. Then with control, lift your left arm up. And the more you shift your weight forward, the easier it is to balance. Do the best you can. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, coming into standing split. So keep your left leg lifted, frame the right foot with both your hands. Now swivel like your hips down, so they your left hip faces down a little bit. Relax your head and neck. Breathe. So in Ardha Chandrasana, your chest is open, and now your chest is like facing your right leg. One more deep inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your left foot next to your right foot. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, palms come down by your side, Samasthiti, doing a Vinyasa. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, looking up. Exhale, step back, come on down, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest, chin, or without. Inhale, modified upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now stepping your left foot forward in between your hands, pivot that right foot flat on the mat, 45 degrees, getting ready for warrior one on the left leg. So kind of make little adjustments if you need. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, face your hips forward, bending that left knee nice and strong. Arms lift, shoulders relaxed, core engaged, steady breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your arms out into a T. Widen your stance of your feet just a little bit for warrior two. Getting ready for Trikonasana, triangle. So inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale now. Reach forward, left arm comes down, right arm stays up. So same thing, try to maintain an open chest. Push your hips forward, head back in space. Breathe. Getting ready for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon on the left side. So same thing, so take your left hand now, you can either use a block or not, either one is okay. So place it 8 to 10 inches in front of your left pinky toe, walk that right foot in. So now shift your weight forward, lift that right leg. Now open, it's like a little twist, you open your chest, open your hips out to the right. And then inhale, slowly lift your right arm up. Even if you teeter out of this and if you're not doing a full expression, it's fine. Just do how much ever you can. Every little bit of effort counts and it's all valuable. It all adds up. Do how much ever you can. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Now frame your left foot with both your hands coming into standing split. So now rotate your left hip down, but lift your right leg up as high as it can go. Even if you're lifting it just a few inches off the ground, that's totally fine. Just do what you can. We're not looking for perfection. It's just action with purpose, that's all. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, come into a forward fold. So bring the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Samastiti, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest, chin, or without. Inhale, chest lifts, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then come to child's pose. So bring your knees down onto the mat, hips towards your heels, forehead on the mat. Take a moment here. Think back to your intention. And now slowly lift into downward facing dog. So take your time, lift your forehead up off the mat, lift your hips up, lift your knees up, shift back. And now we're gonna do the same standing sequence. We're gonna go a little faster now. So when you're ready, on an inhale, bring your right foot forward in between your hands, help it get there. Left foot stays back 45 degrees. Inhale, come on up into Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, open out into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Again, steady breath. Engage that lower belly. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, coming into Trikonasana, triangle. Right arm comes down, left arm lifts up. Getting ready for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So setting up, so on an inhale, move your right hand forward. Slowly come into a lift, lift that left leg. Exhale, open out, steady here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, coming into standing split, Ekapada Uttanasana. So frame that right foot with both your hands, rotate your left hip down, but lift that left leg as high as you can. Take a deep inhale, exhale, come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest, chin, or without. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. On an inhale now, bring your left foot forward. Right foot stays 45 degrees on the mat. Inhale, come on up into Warrior 1. Nice bend in that left knee. Engaged core, relaxed shoulders. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Open out into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten that left knee. Exhale, coming into Trikonasana triangle. Make every posture meaningful with your breath. Stay focused. That's how we make it meaningful. Getting ready for Ardha Chandrasana. So walk that left hand 8 to 10 inches in front of your left pinky. On an inhale, walk that right foot in, lift it up. Exhale, rotate open. Maybe inhale, lift that right arm up if you can. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now exhale, bring right hand down. Keep right leg up. Frame that left foot with both your hands coming into standing split. And in standing split, it's almost like you're trying to bring your nose to that standing knee, and that's really challenging, but one day. And then exhale, fold forward, bring right foot next to left foot. Inhale, arms come up all the way. Exhale, arms come down by your side, Samastiti. Vinyasa, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, modified or full. Exhale, come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathe here. And then come down to child's pose. So Balasana one more time. Hips towards your heels, forehead on the mat. And make this an active stretch in the sense that I want you to think about your breath. Listen to it. Can you get it into this really nice rhythm that we'll use for Vinyasa? And when you're ready, slowly lift your forehead up off the mat. Take your time, come on into downward facing dog. And when the teacher asks me, usually in class R, when you're ready, I'm never ready to come out of child's pose. I want to hang out there myself for a long time. So coming into downward facing dog. So from here, we're gonna do one movement, one breath. So we're gonna go through that entire standing sequence that we just learned, and I will guide you through it. We're gonna do about 2 times on each side, and I promise you can do it. And if at any point you need a break, you have downward dog, you have child's pose, you can rest, and you can always come back. So before we begin, stay steady in your downward dog. Take a deep inhale, exhale it out, and here we go. Inhale, right foot forward comes, lift up into warrior 1. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, Trikonasana triangle. Inhale, prepare for Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, lift into it. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, just lift your head up. Exhale, go deeper into your standing split. Inhale, look up again. Exhale, bring left foot down. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, arms come down by your side. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, looking up. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest, chin, or without. Inhale, lift chest, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot comes forward, warrior 1, all on one inhale. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, Trikonasana triangle. Inhale, prepare for Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, lift that right leg. Inhale, rotate, lift your right arm up. Exhale, coming into standing split. Inhale, just lift your head up. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest lifts, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one, all the way up. Doing this vinyasa one more time. Exhale, open out, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle. Inhale, setting up for Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, lift that left leg. Inhale, rotate, open out. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Now exhale, go deeper. Inhale, look up one more time. Exhale, bring left foot down. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, arms come down, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest, chin, or without. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot comes forward, warrior one, all the way up. Exhale, open out, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, prepare for Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, lift that right leg. Inhale, open out. Exhale, fold into standing split. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bring that right foot down. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, drop your knees down or not, Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here for 5 breaths and giving your body gratitude for completing this vinyasa sequence. And hopefully you feel much more heat flowing in your body and muscles warmed up. One more deep inhale. From here, bring your right leg in between your hands, okay? Now drop your left knee down onto the mat. And now bring both your hands to the inside of your right foot. So maybe move your right foot, right leg out more to the right, okay? I want you to control your core, but I want you to also drop your hips a little bit towards the ground to get a nice hip opener. So coming into lizard posture. So you're more than welcome to stay on your palms. If you need a block, you're more than welcome to stay. Keep your hands on blocks. If you're able to go deeper, again, gauge the level of where your hips are at. Don't go 110%, maybe do 80% effort, okay? Take a deep inhale. You can stay here. If your hips are open, maybe you come down onto your forearms. Wherever you are, breathe here. And if your hips are not dropping low yet, that's totally fine. Our hips tend to be very, very tight. You will get there in time and practice. And we're gonna add a little bit of a challenge. So this is challenging enough. If this is where you are and this feels good, like this is your challenge, that's totally fine. If you want to go a little deeper, curl your left toes down onto the mat and lift that left knee up. Breathe. Three more breaths. Slowly bring left knee down, lift up onto your palms. Now bring that right foot back into the center, and then take your time, lift back into downward facing dog. Getting ready for the other side. So bring your left foot forward, right? First in between your hands, and then you can slowly move it out to the left. Drop your right knee down, so both your hands are on the inside now of your left foot. So this hip is way tighter, so I know for myself, like it's really difficult for me to go down onto my forearms. So I'm going to actually stay on my hands on this side. But that's what yoga is for. It's for eventually evening out everything. So I know eventually I will be able to get down to my forearms. Breathe. Still maintain control in your core. These kind of postures, you really need to give them ample time so they can work their magic in your body, right? Really open up those muscles, especially these tight hip muscles and inner thigh muscles. So option to add that challenge, so you can stay with your knee down. You don't have to do this, right? If you'd like an additional challenge, maybe, I'm gonna use blocks for this one. So maybe you can curl your right toes, lift that right knee up off the mat, and you feel your right psoas firing up. Steady breath, most important. One more deep inhale. Actually, 2 more breaths. And exhale. Slowly bring that right knee down. Go ahead, lift back up into your palms. And then come back slowly into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then go ahead, bring your knees down onto the mat. Sitting in Virasana, hero's pose, so sitting on your heels. Bring your elbows to touch in the back, grab your forearms, take your deep inhale. Exhale, just fold forward here. Inhale, slowly come up. Place your hands behind, have your fingers face forward, right? Palms down on the ground. So nice open chest here. So you're more than welcome to stay just like this. If you're able to, lift your hips up off your heels, push your hips forward. If you haven't been able to guess, this entire vinyasa is very much hip-centric. It's about opening your hip flexors, strengthening your hip flexors. And then exhale, slowly come on down. Coming to a seat, extend your legs out in front. Dandasana, staff pose, so place your hands next to your hips. Apply gentle pressure, right, to help lift your chest. Relax your shoulders. flex your toes or like flex your feet so your legs are very active. One of my yoga teachers always used to say, if I come and slap your thighs during this posture, they should be firm. Breathe. Getting ready for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So bring your feet, pretty close to each other. Inhale, arms lift up. Take a deep exhale. Kind of lengthen your spine over your legs. If you're not able to grab the sides of your feet, grab anything. You can grab ankle, you can grab shin, right? And if you need a bend in the knees, go ahead, take a bend in the knee. And then eventually, with time and practice, you can straighten your legs out. We're going to stay here for another 5 to 6 breaths. Breathe. Again, this is one of those postures that you really need to give it time. Your hamstrings have there's such strong muscles. They've done so much work for you, so give them the time and patience to open up. Relax your shoulders in this posture. One more deep inhale. Now exhale, go to your lowest or most challenging part. When I say lowest, like how low are you able to bring your forehead forward? And then inhale, slowly come up, getting ready for Janusirsasana. So left leg extends, right heel comes in, pressing onto your left thigh. Yeah. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, again, think about draping yourself. One of my yoga teachers said it so well. She said, drape yourself over your legs. So we're not necessarily rounding our back and we're not forcing ourselves into it. We're lengthening, draping ourselves over that left leg. So Janu means knee, Sirsa is head. So if you're able to bring your forehead down onto your knee, you can try. Just do your best, do whatever you can. Inhale, slowly come up, shift. So bringing your right foot forward, left foot in, kind of adjust yourself. So think about having like your chest actually kind of faces your leg that's extended. So inhale, arms lift. Exhale, again, think about lengthening yourself forward, not just rounding, lengthen forward. Grab sides of feet, ankle, shin, whatever you're able to reach. Again, if you need a bend in your leg, that's totally fine too. As Isla, my cat, does yoga with us. Stay focused, stay breathing. Inhale, slowly come up. Baddha Konasana, bound angle, bringing the soles of your feet together, right? So if your your hips are super tight, and you can tell, based on how high your knees are, if your knees are really high up, it means your hips are so tight, you can make more of a diamond. My cat, you're being such a ham. I think she knows this video is going on YouTube, so you can either make more of a diamond with your legs, or if your hips are more open, you can bring your feet closer towards your groin. No matter where you are, I want you to actively press your thighs down and out. Now this time, round your back. Bring your forehead down onto your onto your toes. Inhale, slowly come up. Getting ready for Navasana, boat pose. So there's multiple variations of Navasana, and we're gonna hold Navasana for about 5 breaths, and we're gonna do 3 rounds of holding Navasana, boat pose, and it's such a good core strengthener. And it also actually strengthens your hip, like your hip muscles. So there's multiple variations in Navasana. So I'm still working my way up to shape, to being able to do what I used to be able to do postpartum. So I'm going to do the modified version, which is everybody starts off this way. So, bring your feet down onto the mat, have your hands on your knees. So inhale, lift your chest. So having a lifted chest is extremely important in in Navasana, boat pose. So your low back is not curled. It's nice and lifted. So everybody start off this way. Now exhale, you're gonna lean back like 45 degrees and you'll begin to feel all this fire up, right? So you're more than welcome to stay right here. So don't start the breath count right just yet. So you can stay right here. You can bring your arms out forward, right? You can even bring your legs up. So Navasana, most times you see folks do this, right? Like you can bring your knees up and hold, but if you're bringing your legs up, don't sacrifice that chest. Keep that chest nice and lifted. So I'm going to do the modified with my feet down on the ground and reach back, but you're more than welcome to lift your legs up, right? As long as you don't sacrifice the low back. We're gonna do 5 breath holds, as in we're gonna hold the pose for 5 breaths, 3 sets, okay? So setting up, take a deep inhale, exhale, chest lifted, lean back, and come into your Navasana and hold. Hold the pose, not the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a break, come on up. And exhale, slowly come right back into it. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on up. Take a breather. And then exhale, come right back into it. Last 5 breaths. 1, chest lift, relax your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up, coming into Baddha Konasana, bound angle. This feels usually so good after Navasana. Breathe into it, round your back, forehead towards your toes. Inhale, slowly come up, coming onto your back. And when you come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side, massage your low back. Getting ready for bridge pose, Setubandha Sarvangasana. So bending your knees, feet down on the mat, feet and knees are hip width distance. Bring your shoulders down onto the mat, arms rest alongside body, walk your heels back a little towards your glutes. Take a deep inhale. On an exhale, lift your hips up. Really engage your glutes here. So your low back isn't taking the brunt. We're lifting with our thighs and our glutes. So your lungs are nice and open, so really use this opportunity to breathe into them. And exhale with control, upper back, mid back, low back comes down. Gently windshield wipe your knees side to side. We're gonna do one more Setubandha Sarvangasana. So for those of us that if you have Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel in your practice, you're welcome to go into full wheel. I will be doing another bridge today. So whenever you're ready, prepare. Again, make sure your feet aren't wide, right? Like they should be pretty close to each other. Hip width distance, walk your heels back towards your glutes. When you're ready, press your feet down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Chest is nice and open. Breathe. And then exhale again. Upper back, mid back, low back. Comes down. Windshield wipe your knees side to side. Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. So shoulder stand used to be one of my favorite postures, but after my delivery, my core strength is still weak, and I knew it, but at the same time, I didn't realize how much core strength you need to lift into shoulder stand. So I'm still working my way into shoulder stand. So if you have shoulder stand, full shoulder stand in your practice where you're able to kick up, go ahead and do that. I hope to demo that soon. I'm working on it. But in the meantime, I am practicing with a block. So if you have a block, and you can do this even without a block. You can basically slide a block underneath your low back. And then with control, lift your legs up and bring your arms down just off to the side. So if you don't have a block, just do this on the ground, as in keep your hips on the ground and just lift your legs up. And just stay here. This is modified shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. Continue that Ujjayi breathing. Three more breaths. From here, coming into Halasana, plow pose. So any variation of it that you can do, that's fine. So just try your level best, to slowly bring your feet up over your head. If it doesn't touch the ground completely behind you, that's totally fine. Just, do what you can, right? And if you decide to just keep your legs up and not bring them over, that's okay too. Most important, continuing Ujjayi breathing. And then with control, slowly bring, don't thud your legs down or your back. Like, take your time, slowly bring everything onto your back. Getting ready for Matsyasana, fish pose. So extend your legs, lift your chest up onto your elbows, onto your forearms, and then inhale, puff your chest, land the crown of your head back. If it touches the mat, okay. If not, just do your best. Opening up your throat, releasing your upper back. Go ahead and relax, come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. Let's scooch a little further down on the mat. So for our final asana before we come into a fully rest posture is hug your right knee into your chest, relax your left leg on the mat. Okay, take your time, slowly straighten that right leg up towards the ceiling. Okay, the idea here is to build muscle memory of having a nice straight leg, right? So if that means you need to support the back of your right thigh with your hands, by all means do that. That's totally fine. If it's in your practice, while maintaining a straight leg, if you're able to maybe reach for your shin or your ankle, go ahead, do that. Right? If you're able to reach your right big toe with your right hand while maintaining a straight leg, you can go there. But again, think about, if you support your right thigh and maintain the straight leg right here, you're building the muscle memory and strength and flexibility to be able to eventually reach your toe one day. So all effort counts, whatever level you are, it's totally okay. You don't have to achieve perfection in asana. That's not what yoga is about at all. So just try your level best. Go to your level, whatever that may be. Most important, breathe. This is Supta Udita Hasta Padangustasana. Slowly bend that right knee, give it a good little hug and a tug, and then slowly release, hug your left knee in towards your chest. So same thing, take your time, straighten it out towards the ceiling, right? Keep it nice, and active as best as you can. Again, if you need to support your left leg on this, by holding on to the backs of your left thigh, that's totally fine. Again, gauge your flexibility. One leg might be different than the other, so maybe you hold on to ankle or shin. So for me, my left leg, I'm not as flexible, so it's tough for me to hold on to my left big toe. I need a slight bend, but because I'm trying to maintain and build that flexibility, I want to try to keep it straight. So I'm just going to stop at closer to my ankle. So again, go where you can have a nice straight leg. And as always, yoga is about adapting the asana to work for your body. It's not about, using your ego or relying on your ego and forcing your body to do something it's not ready for yet. It's not about that. Just doing your level best. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, bend that left knee, give it a good little hug. And then hug both your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. And use the next 10 to 15 breaths to do any kind of lovely sort of rest posture before we come into Shavasana. So I'm doing reclined twists. You're more than welcome to do reclined twists with me. If you have any other posture that just feels really restful to you, I encourage you to do that. Maybe happy baby. If you did recline twist, dropping your knees off to one side, go ahead, switch to the other side. And then hug your knees into your chest. Then coming to the most important posture of them all, Shavasana. So relax your legs completely on the mat. Let your feet flop open, let your arms come down by your side. And if you're watching this video and practicing along with me, try to stay here because this is the most important thing that we'll do. Don't control your breathing anymore, just let natural breathing happen. Your next inhale, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently rock your head side to side. Turn your body to one side. Slowly lift yourself up into a comfortable seat. With your hands at your heart, close your eyes. On an inhale, thumbs lift to forehead for good thoughts. On an inhale, thumbs come to lips for kind words towards ourselves and others. On an inhale, thumbs come to heart for good intentions. From my light to yours, thank you guys so much for practicing with me. As always, it's my privilege to be your teacher. We bow together. Namaste, everyone.